What is going on, everyone? Platinum Beast coming at you with yet another video. Today we're doing a weekly market recap on the Platinum Beast channel. We're going to be taking a look at all of the precious metals spot price, how they turned out throughout the week, and where they ended up on Friday at close. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay guys, so first and foremost, I want to mention to you all that I'm going to make this a weekly sort of reoccurring video somewhat series on my channel. I plan on putting these videos out each week on Friday as much as I can. There will obviously be Fridays where I'm out of town and whatnot, so they might not happen during some weeks, but most weeks look for this video after close on Friday. But we're not just going to make this video specifically about platinum. We're going to take a look at all the precious metals, see how they did for the week, and things of that nature. Another point of this series I want to mention is I'm going to make this a more interactive series. And so what do I mean by that? What do you mean, Platinum Beast? Well, let's go over here to my YouTube channel and let's take a look at what exactly I mean. So over here in the community tab, you can see things like this, right? This is a poll that I posted on my community tab, actually asking you all about a couple series I had in mind for starting on my YouTube channel. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a post at the beginning of each week, either Sunday or Monday. I haven't decided on which day yet, but I'm going to make a community post, and I'm going to ask you all, the viewers, what you think that is going to happen with precious metal spot price throughout the week, what we're going to see for that week in particular, right? So on Sunday, I might say, where do you think the markets are going to go? Everything down, everything up, one thing down, one thing up, things of that nature, right? I might change it up and say platinum up or silver up or gold up or platinum down or silver down or gold down. It only lets me do 6 choices, so I obviously can't ask for each precious metal. And their ups and downs, but I'm still going to post a poll nonetheless. And then what we are going to do is, once we have kind of taken a look at what spot price is and what has happened throughout the week, we're going to revert back to that poll and see what you all commented. As you can see here, you all can leave comments on the poll, and we're going to see where the majority of you ended up, right? So for instance, 40% said they'd like to see both of these series, right? But let's say 40% said all precious metals were going to go up and they went down. That means most people were wrong. But if the 40% said all precious metals are going to go up and they all went up, then that means most people were right. And so it's just a fun, interactive way we can kind of make this series more than just me talking about the week and what the results were. But yeah, guys, so I'm looking forward to doing more videos in this series, but let's go ahead and take a look at what the spot price did for the week. So as we can see here, we started out, and we'll go ahead and change the date here to Monday, July 5th, and we will go to Friday, July 9th. So this is the week for precious metals, or platinum in particular, and how it ended up. So it looks like we started the week around 11:07:11, right? That's where we closed on Monday, the first day, and it looks like we ended up at 11:19:52. So it looks like overall about $12 increase on platinum, but that wasn't without its weekly or midweek lows. As you can see here, it floated at around 1080 throughout the week and then ended up back up at the top at the end. So that's not a bad week for platinum, up a few bucks and a little bit of dip in the middle, but quick recovery nonetheless. And so that's looking very good for platinum. Silver, on the other hand, if we take a look, we'll go ahead and boil it down to 1 week, which is July 5th to July 9th. And we can see it was not a good week for silver at all. It looks like silver closed at 26.16 and it started at 26.44. So it's down about 30 cents, almost 28 cents, give or take, and it's down for the week. It's not a major drastic dip or fall, but it definitely is down. Let's take a look at gold as well. We're going to go July 5th to July 9th, and gold actually had an upward trend throughout the whole week. So if you bought gold last week or at the beginning of this week, that was really probably your best buy overall. Platinum, you're about break even. Silver, you've lost a little bit of money, unfortunately. Now, I say lost money. Obviously, it could go up or down. You know, every week is different and it moves constantly. So it's no big loss across the board, no matter what you bought. And buying precious metals is one of the best assets you can own, in my opinion. But it looks like gold ended up the best for the week. Let's also take a look at palladium. Even though most of you do not stack palladium, it's still fun to take a look at. So it looks like we started at $2,822. And we ended the week at $2,846.13. So, not a bad ending at all for palladium. Up about $24. So let's see what that compares to gold, right? Did it beat gold or did gold do better this week? Let's take a look here. And it looks like gold started at $17.91 and is up to, so they're almost even, about 24, 25 bucks up, both palladium and gold for the week. So if you bought either of those precious metals, you did all right, for the week of July 5th through July 9th. Interesting stuff to look at for sure. We unfortunately don't have any poll to look back at to see what you all thought was going to happen. But overall, good stuff, good stuff. Let's also go ahead and take a look at where we are recovery-wise from that massive dip in all across the board precious metal prices. It looks like palladium got down to 24.68.22 and it's back up to 28.46.13, which is actually above where it was right before it dropped. So, wow. Again, guys, palladium is a very strong precious metal. I got some down likes or down votes on that video I posted yesterday regarding palladium being the strongest. But I don't know, guys. You tell me it's not the strongest and it's already above where it was pre sort of major dip right here. I mean, dang. It's already above. You've already, even if you bought right here and you saw all your money go to waste, you've now made money and it's only been a couple weeks. Crazy stuff to look at. Let's take a look at platinum. It looks like it was at 1167.50 about a month ago and it's back up to 1106. So we're down about $61. Not that bad, but we would like to see it go back up to that average. Silver, on the other hand, has yet to really recover at all from its 27.97, 27.92 numbers. It's sitting at about 26.10, so it's still down about almost a couple dollars, just below a couple dollars per ounce. And gold is slowly but surely making a good bit of a recovery. It looks like it was about 18.98.41. And it's at 18.14.98. So it still has about another 60 or 70 bucks to go. But overall, platinum and gold are looking closer in recovery than the other metals. Palladium is already above where it dropped off at, and silver has yet to really make a recovery. Now, I don't hate silver, guys. I don't. I really, really don't. But, you know, it's just stuff like this. When you look at it, it is rather frustrating. I mean, you can't deny that. So, overall, guys, very, very interesting stuff. Indeed, precious metals across the board had a pretty okay week. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. Did you want to see more of a recovery? Did you want to see more of an increase? Were you hoping for prices to go down lower so you could make some purchases? I'd love to know all that and all your thoughts and opinions down below. Again, guys, we're going to make this a weekly series where we do these videos kind of taking a look at the weekly changes in spot price from market open on, I guess, Sunday afternoon all the way to Friday afternoon at close. Because I think it's an interesting thing for us to kind of slowly but surely follow along with. Now, I don't say rely solely on spot price when deciding on whether or not to buy precious metals, but it's not a bad thing to look at and take into account anyways. So that's all I have for you today, guys. Again, let me know your thoughts on me making this a weekly series below. Will you be sure to make sure to cast your vote in that community post I post on either Sunday or Monday? Again, I haven't decided yet, but I will probably let you all know. As far as those polls that I post, unfortunately, I've not figured out a way to close them, so that means that people can be voting for them throughout the week, and that's kind of like cheating if you already know where the week's kind of going midweek or towards the end. So we'll have to take those polls with a grain of salt, but I still think it'll be fun to do because once I release them, I assume most of the votes will be cast the first day or two, and then people will just kind of forget about it. Also, feel free to leave comments on those polls when I post them because I will probably go in my video and read through them to see what you all's thoughts and opinions on things going on, because I love to get feedback from you guys and all that good stuff. But yeah, guys, thanks for checking out the video. Be sure to hit that like button down below. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with future updates on my channel, as well as get the notifications for when I post the community poll each week for this video series. Be sure to leave me a comment in the comment section down below, letting me know your thoughts and opinions on everything about spot price and where the week went so far for all 4 precious metals across the board. And with all that being said, guys, until next time, we will see you.